you haven't already, write your homework into your planner, please. I'm going to give you a planner check Monday of next week, since I won't see everybody on Friday. Monday of next week, I'll have a planner check, so that way you get your points for the week. Okay. In addition to that, you have a bell work question. We've been leading up to this Civil War, and I've been kind of dangling it in front of you. Well, today you're going to get a chance to look at it. So I want you to start to think. I want you to explain two ways you think war, any war, not just the Civil War, but if you're struggling, you can take the Civil War. Explain the way a Civil War or any war impacts a country. Okay, I gave you some hints. How might it impact its people? How might it impact the economy? How might it impact its government? Got it. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to write to that, and then we will discuss it. David 22nd.
One and all.
Sounds like a good game, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's your rebel.
Yeah.
Do I know anyone on the team?
Savon.
Oh, really? Ooh. Who wins that one? Yeah. Yes or no? Hold that thought. Okay, let's dive into this. What's one way a war can impact the country? There it is. Gotta break the ice. Kiara.
It can take away the resources because we need to be able to use the resources to survive in the battle.
Nice. So the resources, instead of being focused on the people or development or technology, they're forced towards war. Nice. Awesome. While since we've been in groups, it's because we're going to do station rotation. I was telling you guys this is one of my favorite lessons, and it's because of this. You're going to see 3 different stations today. Okay. So over here, you have images from the Civil War. You have images from the Gettysburg, from medical tents, and even one gentleman who was photographed after the war. He's like, "This is what happened to me." I won't spoil it for you, but I'll let you see it. You guys can figure that out for yourself. Over here, too, you'll see a table of statistics, and you'll have population for North and South, which you kind of looked at a little bit already, and you'll have deaths that happened in the war, and also deaths that happened after the war as a result of. Actually, did you know more people died from their wounds than actually died from the wound? Like, more people died from the disease that comes after trying to heal the wound than the wound itself? Yeah, so we'll look into that today. And then lastly, you look at this guy named General Sherman. Has anyone heard of him before? Sherman's March to the Sea? Okay, no, what is that, man? You know? Okay. He destroyed everything in his path, from the north to the coast of Georgia. And you're going to look at that. And the idea is to look at what impact, it's called the scorched war approach. It means I will burn and destroy every single thing I come across. Crops, tear up railroads, all of the above. What effect does that have on the population? Yeah, right? Okay, so I'm sure, anybody else want to pass out, get a chance to walk around? Yeah, come on, go. Austin, you too? You too, come close. So one to everybody, okay? So what's coming around to you is what you're going to fill out. You have 3 different questions for each station. 3 different questions for each station. And for those of you who were observant, you'll notice that each of those is a Costa level question. It starts with level 2, moves to level 3, ends with level 1. Scratch that. Starts at level 1, goes to level 2, and ends with a level 3. The nice part is, I think those questions are all very tangible for you. I think every single one of those is very answerable. I think you can get there, just requires a little bit of thought.
So if everyone can take everything they have on their desk and put it away besides something to write with and the sheet that goes with the stations that we just handed out to you, because people are going to be coming to your desks. So you want to make it nice and clean. Okay, and you'll notice that there's numbers on the station. So Chris, what number station are you at? What do you think you're going to go to next? Yeah, okay. So the only difference in this is that these are the same as these. So if you start at 4, you're going to go to 5, then 6, okay? And then 6, you'll loop around to 4. Okay, same with you guys, 1, 2, 3. 3, you'll go to 1 next. Okay, you have 7 minutes for each station. Please take your time in answering the questions. We like complete thoughts, complete sentences, okay? If you're having a hard time with the questions, please ask your table partners first, and then raise your hand and we'll come around and help you. But the stuff on the tables is pretty self-explanatory. I think you guys should be okay. Like I said, everything away besides the one paper you're working on and your pen or pencil.
You guys have questions about what you're doing before we start? You'll have time to answer each question. You'll hear the little beep go off. You've heard it before. You'll rotate a few 30 seconds to rotate, and we'll do that. You'll have an exit ticket at the end. Our focus, guys, our question of the day is to answer this. We're looking at the impact of the Civil War, so you are going to evaluate that. You're going to have to give me 2 examples, 2 pieces of evidence from your station to support your claim and evidence. Make sense? Cool. That's all we're going to do. And the goal of this, guys, just so you know, is not for you to just look at the Civil War. We know you're going to have to write that essay, right? Next week, we're going to dive into that. And this is part of that. This will help you. But bigger picture-wise, I want you guys to think for yourselves. Right? We just ended a war for 14 years. You know there will be another one coming down the road. And any current event you can put this thought process to. Right? The idea is do the goals outweigh the negative effects? Does the outcome what we want outweigh what the costs are? So in this case, we know what ended after the Civil War. Oh, don't poke holes on me. What went away after the Civil War? Thank you. Yeah, slavery, right? That's the big goal, right? We went for it and end slavery, right? Amongst other things, but that became the major goal. So does ending slavery outweigh the death, the impact on people, how it affects our economy? Does it outweigh all of those things? Okay? Just like now. Are the wars we're going to go into outweigh, or the conflicts we go into outweigh the negative effects? Okay. You excited? You awake? Kind of, sort of. Well, let's start. Once you start at the station that you're at, I'm going to start the timer for 7 minutes. If you're on the videos, the computers, you're going to have to share for the table. But just hit play. I think they're good to go. Questions before we start? All right. Let's get going then. You guys have...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no way. That's really neat. Okay. Well, I'm going to let you dive in, man. If you got more questions, let me know.
Those people, you're right, they were harvesting resources, they were in charge of our economy basically, and then when they're passing away, we wouldn't be able to harvest them anymore. Do you think that
And that's just it. Just answer it. Good. Yes, ma'am. We're going to do that tomorrow.
And what do people learn about the doctors and
I think we got enough going on, you know?
That's one aspect. Yeah, great job. And then also it connects to this, right? So you have more women working and having to do these jobs and leave the home to take care of things that men were taking care of before. Right? And you want to really think about like the whole, it would have left us in half.
I'm young.
Does that help a little bit?
Did you guys get finished? Yes, you're awesome. Alright, so that is our bell. Okay, so take your paper and your pencil with you. If you're on the video, hit pause. Finish up the last one that you're on. Give you 30 seconds to finish up the one that you're on. And we're gonna, when you're done, rotate to the next station. So 3 goes to 2, 2 goes to 4. Actually, let's go this way. 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1, 4 goes to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 4.
You're at the same station, you're allowed to talk to each other.
So, you have different numbers from the silver.
So it's not right, wrong or right,
So
right?
first one is going to question mark. What's the little shot? So you have population for both sides. So you have north and south. You have the number of soldiers that's fought in the war for both sides. So the count
Okay, so these ones are. Yeah. There you go.
and people who may not die but will wounded. Okay? And here's the number of people who actually died but wounded.
Yeah, so the best way to think about this is to relate it to your own life. So if you join the military and you're off to war, and one of these pictures ended up being a picture of you, what do you think about your mom having to see
So,
that?
of all this, what you use it in this shot?
So is it worth taking the pictures to show the impact,
So,
knowing that it's going to hurt the family members?
of like all of these numbers.
I don't think
Oh,
we're-
total
You're
numbers.
right, just back that up with evidence and you're good to go.
What is your shot? Lot, little? That's what I want you to do. So this number is total, deaths and more than started with good. You're doing well, Tasha, nice. All these are from, so this one is
So
Frank
even though
Gettysburg.
this shows the impact.
So this was one of the bigger battles from the actual war.
These pictures because of how damaging it
Alright,
is.
so this is the actual battlefield.
Is this mouth open?
It looks like it, huh? This guy's face is swollen or something. And then this guy, this is not like an actual photograph because it's
You can't see
kind of
it.
graphic.
Yeah.
So what they did was they drew it out. Yeah, there's a
Alright,
picture
so
of it.
what about now?
So
Like, we
when
wouldn't
they
have
were
these
amputating
pictures
arms, like
if
if there's a
they
bullet
could
hole
back then.
right here,
So you treat them and keep them
they didn't have the
private,
medical
it's not
technology to go
taken
get
at all.
clothes.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that's what
these
happened to
actually
this guy.
went into news
He got
stories.
shot, and the only way to
And
save the
reporting
arm before
was-
disease sets in. You guys ever heard of like
sometimes, like,
gangrene or
could you
something
imagine
like
if
that?
that's how you found out that your
Gangrene?
family
It's a
member
disease that will
was
set in, and it basically kills off the arm. Like the disease sets in, you can't use it.
No.
So you're gonna see like toes, you
there
feel kind
are
of so
multiple
toes will turn
pictures
black.
like this if you look
Like
up.
frostbite?
Photography
Frostbite,
was
kind of the
we
same
don't
thing.
have as
Like
many.
it basically renders
But it was voluntary to take
but the
them.
disease could kill
Sometimes
you
they
if
look
you
for
spread.
medical records,
So
but
to keep
like
that
this
killing
one
one,
actually
Is it
made
on
for
the
this
blue?
purpose to show the impact of the
the
war.
disease.
Because you can tell people a bunch of people are dying, but it's not always
Because they're not, you don't
visually,
have
right, that it has a big impact on you.
clean areas to help people.
Good job, thank you.
Yeah, that disease, that bacteria gets into the wound, gets infected.
So the disease came from being in the medical.
It's almost worse, right?
Yeah. It's really gross.
But this is what happens. I mean, medical technology has gotten better, and that's why you see a whole lot. You were at stations, right? Ever seen people die from their wounds, like from the diseases? More people die from the disease than the actual gunshot, right? Now that doesn't happen anymore because medical technology.
We were the one who probably did that. What? I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Right again.
Let's see. Yeah, actually, it's a really nice answer. Because you kind of answered it, like, you're saying that it's going to impact people because they're finally seeing what a war looks like, how terrible it is. Awesome. Nice. Yeah, like I was telling Kaleo, like, what if grandma saw this picture in the newspaper? You know, what's grandma going to think about it? Because before, no one saw what war looked like unless they actually lived that. You know, but now these pictures are being shown in newspapers. Yeah, but it's also good because think of how much more aware people are. It's sad that people are dying, absolutely. But it's good that people are finally informed. You know what I mean? Because then you can make a better decision. You know what I mean? That's the whole point, yeah? How'd you do? Okay. Nice. All right, so that is the end of our station. Take a few seconds to wrap up what you're writing right now. 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 4. We are right on time. Everybody got what they need? Good to go? Questions? All right, 7 more minutes. Final 7 minutes through your station. I mean, follow your heart. So, you want to make it easy. Okay.
Hey guys. So we're on the back now. You have to explain why you do things. Otherwise, it's just going to think you're messing. Okay. So the first thing that you know, no wrong answer.
Styrofoam is
Keep up the
what
hard
you
work.
got. If you get lost, it's not funny.
What do you think about these pictures?
Do you realize?
Should these pictures have still been taken even under first and
First groups talking to each other to try to understand the question. You guys all know? No. Makes sense. So for you, the biggest problem is the number of depths. If you could avoid depths, then confidence and issues. Okay. That's the problem with Boiler, yeah? I don't know how you would do something like that. That's always the trade-off. Like, yes, we enslave you, but I'm getting people out of this house. Is that working? And that's what I want to say. And not just for this, but just anything that you come across in the future. Like, whatever the goal is, does that outweigh the cost of what you need financially or whatever? What's up, man? You stuck? Which one? Predict the impact images with now. So, you have these 3 images, yeah? This one on top is of Gettysburg. It's one of the first battles, one of the bigger battles. So that's the actual picture from the battlefield. The one on top. Okay? The other 2 are like effects of what happened to soldiers. Because before, you know how like when you get hurt, you go to the doctor, they fix you, right? Well, at this time, they didn't have the technology to fix you. So what do? They cut off the problem. So if you get shot here, in the forearm, you get shot in the forearm or whatever, instead of just being able to like take the bullet out, give you some medicine, heal it all up, They didn't have that technology. So they just cut it off. So you'll see guys like Trump missing legs and stuff, whatever. So here's what I'm getting at, Chris. Remember from the inventions part, cameras were just invented. Okay, so this is the first time these pictures are being taken.
Make sure you explain.
So people are seeing them outside, away from the
And then what
flight.
impact is it?
These pictures are being put in newspapers. So like imagine grandma
Video.
seeing this picture in the newspaper. What's grandma doing?
You find it interesting?
Right. Jane's gonna make her upset. She's like, oh, I'm so glad Johnny's in the newspaper. Yeah, right? It's not the best thing. Yes, he's in the newspaper, but it's not like a good thing. It's not like he got honor roll or something. You know what I mean? So, tell me, how do you think grandma or anyone would feel seeing this picture in the newspaper? Explain why. That's what I'm looking for.
And we know a lot about people. Like their outlook.
Okay, that being our bell, go ahead and finish up what you're working on and head back to your desk. You're gonna need your notebook for this one.
If I don't know how to spell it.
You thought she was making a cover here?
Yes, ma'am. Sherman. S-H-E-R-M-A-N. 45. Yeah, well, what's up? Or 49. Okay, so all of these things, or from all of these things,
Go back to that.
what? I think this will load.
So you can use the back, you can have as reference.
Why?
You guys also know the level right? So the one is.
So that's one impact right there that people would do. Okay. How many want that? Why are people getting hurt? People might want it.
Having a hard time with the level 1, 2, and 3 questions, take a look at the worksheet you did during the stations. Those ones climb in levels. So they give you good examples of what we're looking for level 1, 2, and 3. Austin, did you finish your actions today?
Yeah.
Okay, so then as soon as Maya finishes, I want you guys to share one of your questions with each other. Okay, and see if you can discuss one of your questions, okay? So share maybe your like level 3 with each other and then pick one of them, kind of like vanilla.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, thank you. That was awesome.
Almost done with your exercise.
Three. You tried using worksheet and all still?
It is.
I don't know. I will put a drum. Research your
Oh.
Okay, so after you guys finish your questions, I want you to share your level 3 questions with each other and pick one of them that you want to talk about.
You have to do a 1, 2.
If you're having a hard time coming up with them, you can use these as like examples of what we're looking for.
Oh, I see. I see. Sorry about
As
that.
soon as you come up with your other question, I want you to share your level 3s with each other. And then pick which one you want to talk about.
You have to have yours out to participate. Come on.
Make the girls do all the work.
Well, I did all work.
Oh, you put your notebook away before the end of class?
Oh.
So basically,
Okay.
like what happens next kind of
All
thing.
these things, what was the impact?
What do you think would happen? I'm just curious. Let's write that down. What do you think would happen?
Okay, so I'm gonna take a
We
look.
understand
Next is three. And then you need to pick the 2 things about that clean.
What did you guys play?
Okay.
After you like predict what happens inside.
So that causes so great.
The ones you pick.
Damn.
You have the same level 3?
copycat.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, great minds think alike, I think is what happened over here. Okay, so what about Austin, what's your level
What
three?
was the evidence about the North and the South when you got the war?
I lost you. It's okay.
If there was a group
What
of
was the
people.
evidence about the war?
Okay, so what evidence supports like who won the war?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a great question, but I think that falls more at like a little bit of level 2. Because level 3 is more of like your discussion type question. Your one that doesn't have any right or wrong answers.
But one that you have to think a lot about.
I know how much money you got.
Ooh, I like yours. Why don't you three
Station of two.
come up with a little, why don't you talk about predict what would happen if the South won? And then you three can talk about that one. Is that okay? Okay. Show Austin how it's done.
When you're done? Joshua,
Okay.
when you're done?
So what do you think would happen?
Same one I read before, or did you end up tweaking it? What do you think would
So
happen?
you can look at these and all are.
So slavery, well, not we, but maybe, well, maybe we. Maybe no idea why we would, but the South would for sure. Yeah. Do you think that would mean like the end of conflict? Civil War ends. South. Saved by the bell. Thanks for playing along, folks. If you're done, turn in your worksheets in the turn-in basket. If you're not done, finish that tonight. I'll collect them tomorrow. Put those in the grade book. Thank you for your hard work today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow.
Great
Turn
job,
in
guys.
basket. Turn in basket. Is it done, John?
No, John, it's not really leave it and you're gonna work on it. If it's not done, it's